Kung Fu was released on the NES on October 18th of 1985. The game is an early side-scrolling fighting game or beat-em-up developed by IRM. The game is based on IRM's arcade game Kung Fu Master, which has similar gameplay with improved graphics. The goal of Kung Fu is to save your girlfriend Sylvia from Mr. X, who's kidnapped her. In order to save her, you must ascend 5 levels of a temple to reach Mr. X and defeat him. Each level consists of either moving to the left or to the right and dodging and attacking enemies. Your main attacks are punching and kicking. As you proceed through the game's 5 levels, enemies spawn at random and have several enemy types. Grippers who grab you and drain your health, knife throwers who throw knives and require a couple of hits to kill, and tom-toms who grab or somersault at you. The game also features a few obstacles that appear from balls, including snakes, moths, dragons, and exploding confetti balls. These are hard to deal with, and you can't really attack them, so you can only dodge them. The game seems to spawn enemies at total random, in front and behind you, so sometimes you'll have easier levels if you get lucky and harder levels if you're unlucky. Although the first level of this game is easy, the game's difficulty ramps up drastically when you hit the second level, forcing you to deal with snakes and fire-spitting dragons. Due to this game's semi-stiff controls, dodging these enemies can be a pain. Kung Fu is no slouch. The game's difficulty drastically ramps up on each level, making it hard to beat. The game has simple and repetitive graphics with a simple blue background and repeating floors and ceilings for the game's entirety. This game might be one of the earliest examples of a Nintendo game that uses voice samples, as it has the final boss laughing at you between stages and having voice samples for your punch and kick. While the soundtrack isn't impressive, although it does have music, the voice samples are the most impressive part of the game's audio. Overall, Kung Fu is a really basic proto-beat-em-up and can honestly be passed over. The game's gameplay is okay, however the difficulty ramp is unforgiving, and really the entire game is just walking right or left and taking out enemies that can usually be taken out in one hit. Although the game is challenging, the randomly spawned enemies can be annoying, and the lack of depth in the game and the game's difficulty make it easy to pass on.